and you're on YouTube and you're seeing all the fear stuff happening out there, it just bothers me so much that people would use such an exciting time to cause fear. So I'm going to talk about what's on my mind. I'll answer any questions too. And we will at the end do a short balancing meditation to bring in that love here. The actual, right when I started talking, actually about 10 minutes before, there's already a healing energy throughout this. So if we don't get into a very long healing meditation, doesn't mean you're not going to feel balanced and refreshed, because it's just kind of naturally what happens when I'm talking and passionate about something. So is there anyone here that knows what Three-Eye Atlas is or has heard about it? Or are we talking to a crowd that maybe hasn't heard about it? The reason I'm bringing this to your attention now is because it's out there, it's big, it looks like a comet, and we might be able to start seeing it soon with our telescopes, maybe even as it gets closer to the naked eye. It's in our solar system. Where did it come from? What is it? At first, they thought it was a new comet they've never seen before. Scientists thought that. Now they're saying it's not acting like a comet. It's an interstellar object. It's foreign. It's not from our solar system, although now it has entered our solar system. It is moving 60 miles per second, very fast. So all these cameras out in space are taking pictures of it. They're not sure what it is. They're trying to determine it. And the scientists that I listen to, I really like them, because they're like, guys, I'm kind of excited about it. I don't know what it is. Like, we don't know what it is. But if we take the unknown, there's a lot happening, right? We've been through a lot of changes. If we take the unknown and say, okay, well, we don't know what this thing is, and we start adding information that we might not have, or start adding fear to something, well, that fear can really run rapid and really freak people out. So I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. That if you start to hear things or start to see images in regular news, my guess is they're going to put in a spin that it's scary. It's something to be very fearful about. But I know, when I say I know something, it's not that I hope, it's not that I have faith, it's not that I believe. I know it. I know it. And how do I know things? I just know them. I can't explain it. It's just every cell in my body tells me there's nothing to fear, that this object, although I don't believe it's a spaceship, I don't believe aliens are on it, that's not my sense of it, but I do believe it is a conscious object. And it has come into our solar system to do something very beneficial for humanity. Humanity's kind of gone a little bit, I would say, crazy right now. There are so many horrendous things happening on this planet. And for those of you who have been working with me since 2020, when we've been doing those group calls, remember I used to say, guys, probably 6 more months of this, another year of this, maybe this. Well, it's 2025, October, and we're still in the energies. They're rampant. It is just coming at us from all angles. So we made it this far, and it hasn't been the easiest for a lot of us. There's been a lot of that up and down, and now we're at this point where we're looking at humanity and we're saying, what the heck is going on here? There's a lot of love in humanity. There are a lot of kind, compassionate people. There are a lot of open hearts in humanity. But that's not what we see when we go online. What we're seeing is a lot of fear and a lot of the truth of the horrendous things that humanity does. We fight within ourselves over so many different things. Politics, religion. We're scared of our neighbors. We're scared of people that look different. We're told to be fearful of things we don't understand. These are just the lies they tell us to keep us in fear. So we do not go into our hearts, tap in, and realize what is happening on this planet is a great awakening, a beautiful awakening. I have seen this since I was a child. It's so neat. I didn't see it exactly like this, but the visions I've always had were some of chaos, some of governments breaking down, school systems changing. I think a deconstruction for a reconstruction of a world made new, of humans finding compassion and love in their heart, our true essence, without the lies that we should be scared of this person or this group or that group. We're all really one. And as this awakening happens, the matrix, this 3D programming, is losing its pull. And it doesn't want that. The dark energy on this planet has been here for thousands of years. It has had humanity in a very confused illusion of powerlessness, unworthiness. You don't matter. So why would you want to change the world if you don't matter? You're not even strong enough to do that. But what they didn't want you to know is how powerful you really are. One person in alignment, one person in their divinity can dissolve the darkness of 750,000 people. I bet you now it's almost close to 1 million. So we don't need everyone on the planet to wake up. But we do need a percentage of people to really open up their hearts, see through the illusion, remember who they are, reconnecting to their higher self. We are magnificent beings of light, having human experiences. And many of us signed up to be here on earth, to hold the light for those who can't, to lead the way through example. And that's what we're doing to the best of our ability. My message to anyone that listens to this is you are so important. Doing the work for yourself is crucial, because the world needs your light. Humanity needs your light. Mother Earth needs your light. This universe needs your light. And it's easier sometimes to shut it down and move back into the illusion and forget how powerful you are. But once you realize how powerful you are and you get to that other side and you're really rooted in it, you will do whatever you can to do the work and, I'm going to say, fight the darkness around and within. It is time to know thyself. It's time to look within, find out your fears, your patterns of thought, your negative beliefs, the experiences that you went through that caused trauma. It's not the easiest road to travel. And some people will say, Brenda, I don't know if I could have done that again. It's so much. It's like I'm losing my mind. And what I found the last few weeks, and it's with this 3-eye atlas, this energy, I can't explain exactly how it's doing what it's doing, but it's like almost is a conscious, beautiful object that is on a trajectory through our sun. It's around Mars. It's doing something to release, apparently it's releasing gases. It's releasing energy. What type of energy? I'm not exactly sure. But it's going to come through our atmosphere, into our water, into our air. And it's going to really open up humanity to the next level. It's going to give Earth the love and the frequency it needs to continue moving in a positive direction. But as this energy comes through, there's a lot of other things happening. It's not just Three-Eye Atlas, although this is kind of like a big talk on YouTube, because if you're an unsuspecting person who doesn't know about this stuff or spirituality or the ascension and what we're going through, and you're watching the news and they might show this rock coming towards Earth, what happens to our subconscious that has seen a lot of movies out there of Armageddon, of the Earth being, we go into fear, we go into panic, we can't work, we're yelling at our kids, we're in a state of like almost frozen. There are so many beautiful things happening with Three-Eye Atlas. Many I cannot put into words, but it's almost like this energy coming to Earth is affecting our physical bodies. It's bringing in more healing energy, so we can raise into a higher consciousness. What you might notice is you might feel very thirsty, very tired, hot flashes, dizziness, headaches, nausea. Doesn't sound so nice, right? Is anyone having those? Because I know, I can tell you from my perspective, the last few days I've had a headache. I've been extremely thirsty. I've been having extreme hot flashes, but this has been going on for now 4 weeks. They're excessive. Sometimes I sleep well. Sometimes I'm up all night. There's so much energy flowing through my body. Old memories. I've done 16 years of healing on myself. The strangest old memories are coming up saying, what is this coming up for? I've dealt with this. It's almost like there's all our traumas are coming to the surface. Body aches. A lot of people are getting body aches. It's all part of our healing. That darkness within us is coming to the surface in different ways. We're all very unique. It can be uncomfortable, absolutely. Some people are complaining about constipation. I am drinking so much. I'm doing the right thing, but it's just my body's not flowing the way it is. Bloatedness, very hungry, or I'm lost my appetite. There are so many different people reporting so many different things. Heart palpitations, or they're going to their doctor for this or for that, and the doctors can't figure it out. We are in some really neat times because we're in a new energy that nobody really knows about. So our bodies are going to act differently. And yes, definitely see your doctor if you're not feeling well. But when a doctor then says to you, we don't know what's going on, everything seems to check out, don't freak out too much, because don't freak out at all if you can. Be with your body, talk to your body, ask it to level out. If you open up your heart and you allow these energies to do what they need to do, which is upgrade, which is open up your abilities, which is opening up light codes. We signed up for this. So this is all in our spiritual DNA, and it's starting to open up more and more and more. Has anyone seen anything weird lately? Like, I think I just saw something really quick, and did anyone else see that? Or you're just feeling really like an energy's around you, or you're feeling more energy going through your body. There's a lot of different things that are happening, and it can be fearful. But the message today, I'm going to say it over and over, is there's nothing to be fearful about. What we are going through is human ascension. It's our higher consciousness. So as we hear things about this Three-Eye Atlas, and I keep saying that because I don't know if it's just my feeds, I keep getting them, and some of them are really positive. I love the scientists that go, guys, if there's a consciousness out there, and it feels like this rock is like billions of years old, it's come out of nowhere into our solar system, it's coming here for a reason, it's not going to destroy us. Anything that's in our solar system that has that consciousness, that has that technology, whatever it is, it's obviously a benevolent being. It's not here to destroy us. It could have destroyed us already. It's making us aware of it, which is really neat because it probably could go faster, but it has slowed down so our instruments can see it. So the way when I tap into that energy, what I feel sometimes is it's like we want you all to know we're here for many different reasons. One, the common person will say, wait a second, maybe there is life outside of Earth. Oh my gosh, maybe we will be visited from an ET. Possibly someone could be, all right, I'm going to look at this from a different perspective. Someone in balance, even if they're living in the 3D matrix, may say, hey, this has woken them up to be more curious. But when we start getting that fear stuff coming in, it can kind of throw us into the fear. So this is where, take a deep breath, listen to your heart. Listen to your intelligence. Because it knows what the truth is. And 3i Atlas is not here to hurt humanity. It is here to aid in our ascension and our growth. And we need to be open to the energy. The more you're open to the energy, the less uncomfortable feelings, because you'll start to adjust to the higher energy. We are evolving spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Our bodies are changing. So you want to honor your body. You want to eat as healthy as possible. You want to sleep when you can. You want to take time to self-reflect. I'm going to actually go out to say you want to lower down on the alcohol. Lower down the things that aren't good for your bodies. Our bodies are going through tremendous stress with these energies. We want to give our bodies as much positive fuel as possible. All right. I'm just going to read some of these questions because some people are saying that they're seeing things and they're instantly manifesting. And some people are saying they're dizzy, nauseous, and then it goes away. And sometimes they have to sit down. You know, these are all things that are happening. And some people will say they go into extreme fear and then have this pure calmness come over them. Sometimes it's panic and then calm. It's like, am I losing my mind, Brenda? I'm just freaking out. Everything's falling apart, and then everything gets so calm. Or my life is falling apart in the 3D world, but I have a calmness, like everything's going to be okay. Sometimes we don't feel like we're going to be okay, and we might start to have a panic attack. And if something like that happens, breathe. I know it's so simple. Breathe deeply. Hold it for a moment. Say, I am. Reconnect with the I am presence. That's your divinity. Talk to these beautiful beings of light that love you so much. Your soul family, your spirit guides, your higher self. Family members that have transitioned. Speak to them. Let them know your worries. And if you sit there quietly and feel their love, it's like a hug will come over you and say it's going to be okay. Some people are starting to hear their higher self more, with more clarity. Some people feel it. But there's a connection that's starting to get stronger and stronger for those who are, I'm going to say, doing the work, being open, staying in positivity. Now, when I say stay in positivity, I'm not saying you need to stay in positivity 100% of the day. It's not really possible because we're kind of doing this. So when we're out of sorts, when we're out of alignment, when we're having a little bit of a freak out, you just don't want to stay in that energy too long. All right, I'm here. I'm going through a negative belief. I'm having a negative memory. Yes, it feels very uncomfortable. My body feels uncomfortable. But I'm not going to just push it away. I'm going to look at it. What is coming to the surface for healing? Oh, you know what? My mom used to call me this name, or this person used to call me stupid, or this person called me fat, or whatever it is. Let it come to the surface. Look at it, acknowledge it, and say, that is no longer me. I'm letting that go. For us to move into higher consciousness, we need to let go of the old stuff. And we are getting huge amount of help. But 3i Atlas, this beautiful, majestic consciousness, here to deliver a higher frequency to correct Earth, balance out the negative energy into positive, has said, okay, kind of comes into our solar system, opens the minds of people. They're curious. Scientists are curious. Is to have an openness. We don't know exactly what this is, but if you sit quietly today and ask, what is 3i Atlas? You'll probably feel calmness in your body. You'll know that this intelligence is here to help humanity. And like I said in the past, there are two major timelines. There's as many timelines as there are people, but two major timelines. One for the kind-hearted, the ones that are open, the ones that are willing to do the work, the ones that are willing to connect to their divinity. Then there's the other timeline, the ones that want to stay angry, want to be mean, want the old duality, don't want things to change, will fight and yell and scream for what they want. The energy is going to come at all of us. And it is up to us to open up and allow it. Because I believe all this healing energy that's been coming onto Earth could be very beneficial, but it also can be very destructive. Not that it wants to be destructive, but imagine if you are a regular person and you're being bombarded with all this light. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. You might have this awakening and you're like, oh, what's going on? And I've met a lot of people who've had awakenings the last few weeks, and they say, I just can't stop crying. It's like, I just can't stop crying. And I get it. I was once there too. And then there's other people who is coming at them, wake up, and they're not. They don't want to change. They don't want their world to change. Well, that energy that's coming at them to wake them up and help them heal can actually get them more aggressive, more angry, more frustrated. So you see them stomping around and they're very angry and you can feel their anger, or you might be the recipient of their anger. You might know someone in your life that might send you some nasty text messages because they hate you so much for whatever reason. And you're like, wow, they're really expressing what's going on. They're in a bad place. What can we do? As people who are more connected and understanding, we can't sit there and shake them awake. What we can do is lead by example. You don't want to fuel someone. If someone's coming at you, do whatever you can to diffuse it. Have your boundaries. I understand. Walk away. Don't fuel it. Don't get pulled into the drama, because their negativity wants to pull your negativity into the drama. You stay centered. You do not react. You respond, because that is where your power is when you are connected to your divinity. There are so many different things happening and so many different timelines and so many different perceptions. You don't want to get pulled into a lower perception. You want to keep focusing on where you're going to that positive place. Yes, it's a little bit of a roller coaster with the healing. It's fine. But you're making positive movements upward into a higher consciousness, higher vibration. You don't want to spend too much time looking that way because it can pull you down pretty rapidly. I'm just going to read this. Okay, so someone here has said some tips to stop panic and anxiety. And I think this is actually a good thing because there's a lot of people going through panic and anxiety. So extreme sour candy called warheads. All right, I like sour things. The other thing is place ice packs over the eyes or dunk the face in cold water. All right. Well, I know that person who wrote that, was having a lot. And if that's helping, great. And you know what? I've had a lot of panic attacks in my time. What I used to do is there's a lot of tapping. I used to tap 50 times a day when I was first awakening back in 2009, 2010, 2011. I was the tapping queen. I could tap and I'd be tapping, and that really helped me. Going for walks, laying in nature, grounding, whatever works for you. Add it to your toolbox. This toolbox is growing. All the things that we can do for ourselves to bring in calmness. Don't watch scary things on social media. I know, I'm not a social media watcher. I'm very, I am a watcher because I watch a lot of YouTube videos that I like. But the when they're just flipping and flipping and flipping. But sometimes somebody will send me a clip. And the clip could be a cute animal because, they kind of they make me happy. But what happens within a second, something really strange comes up and then something scarier comes up. And for about 4 minutes, I find like I'm actually mesmerized by it. And I'm like, what am I doing? And I have to shut it down. No, that is not coming into my energetic field. We had, when there's something big happening in the world that isn't good, say with politics or this or that, it's all over and we can really get consumed by it. I have an Alexa. And my kids always say unplug it, but I kind of use it to talk to my mom. I kind of like it, but sometimes these headlines come on. So the other day, I decided, I'm going to listen to this headline, and I ended up being a YouTube video that I watched for 30 minutes, and I watched it with intention, and it was about a U.S. doctor who was in Gaza. And he was explaining the horrific things he saw as a medical doctor. And he was pleading to the UN to just stop this madness. I mean, nobody should be going through that in this day and age. And it was rattling to me. Like, I understand. I don't put my head in the sand. I understand things that are happening are not nice on this planet. And it's horrific. And humanity's created this. We need to uncreate it. So we all are a part of it in a way. So I sat there and I listened for the full 30 minutes and it was gut-wrenching. And it lowered my vibration. But then I did what I could do. I got out of a low vibration. I brought all that stuff I heard and I went into meditation and sent every person, every soul that affected, every water molecule, every air, the love that they can find who they are and realize their magnificence. And then I took both sides of it. I felt the people on this side and of that side, the victims this side. And I forgave everyone and everything, including myself, for being a part of it. Because in some way, we are all part of this. We created it at some level. And then some people say, well, how did we create it? Well, think about it. Our taxes go to certain things. What do they use that tax money for? Are they funding something to create more military, hurt more people? Who knows? But when we get to that point where we can go into our heart and say, yes, humanity's not at its best place, but I'm going to hold that light and send out as much light and love and not be dragged down for too long. Because yes, when you see things like that, you do get dragged down. But bring yourself up. Hold that light and say, this is not the world I want anymore. I will not stand for this. We are so much better than this. It's just we forgot. And if we can really tap into this magnificence of ours, this divinity of ours, it can start to change the world. And then my life isn't that bad. Yes, I have my challenges, but I wake up, I have water, I have food, I have a warm bed, my family's safe, I have wonderful friends and clients, I have internet, I have air to breathe, all those things. So I acknowledge what I have. I'm thankful to God for what I have. And then I appreciate what I have. And I do my best to live in that state of high vibration, sending out love whenever I can. We all have the power to do this. And yes, we're going to have some downtimes as we're releasing our traumas, or we're in a lower vibration to help someone else release a trauma. Because sometimes we dip to help the ones around us as well. But then we get back up and we get even higher. So if you notice, look at your life. And I know we've been through this like for quite a few years now. But aren't you a different person? Don't you feel more enlightened and more connected now than you ever have? Because with all that's going on in this world, if I was the same person I was back in 2009, 2012, even 2020, I don't know if I could handle it. But the reason we can look at this and say, okay, from this perspective, it's a perspective. I see it for what it is. It's humanity going through the release of the thousands of years of being unaligned, being confused, being lied to, being hurt, being in fear, being in worry, being in stress, being held down, abused. So many things that humanity has gone through. And now it's waking up and it's got to purge out this darkness out. And I've been saying this for years. It's the purging that we have to look at it. And this is one of the hardest things to do as a light worker, an old soul that really wants to grow, is looking within. It's really easy to deflect. Oh, I just had an epiphany actually recently, which I'll share. The epiphany was, 16 years of work now. And there was still some weird pattern happening in my life. And I'm like, wait a second. I'm going to take full responsibility for this, but I don't understand why. What is it in me that's causing it? Because I used to say, well, that person did that to me because they have an issue. And that person did that to me because they have an issue. And that person did that to me because they don't like my light. And that person, I was making excuses and deflecting when really they all treated me that way because of a subconscious thought that I would not look at. I've looked at many dark, deep beliefs, many traumas. I've released so much. But this one was very elusive. And it was hiding. And it was pretending to be something else and causing confusion. But I wake up every day excited. What is the reflection going to be? What am I going to learn about myself? And it was a big one. And I woke up confused by it. And that night, I said to my guides, to my spirit team, I said, listen, I'm getting the feeling that this is a me thing, but I still don't understand it. So can you show me in a way I can understand? Because it's so much easier to see it for someone else. Oh yeah, this is the problem, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no. But when you're looking within, it's harder because you get all these thoughts that try to throw you in the wrong direction. But that night, I was taken to school. It was like I was brought into a classroom on another planet, and I was shown everything. Like I had a life review. And all the times I made excuses for other people's behaviors, but all of it was coming from me. And it was because I had a theme of a negative belief that I needed to come and transmute. Now, I've had many themes: self-love, self-respect, transmuting darkness into light, but there have been so much more. We are such multidimensional beings. It's almost so exciting how much we get to unravel and check out. And we came here with excitement to go onto this planet in this, this aspect of us, of our oversoul, to learn and grow on themes and challenges that we decided to bring in. And then we attach to counterpart lives, which are from our oversoul, And we bring in those themes because we said, okay, Earth is going through such a cool time of transformation. I'm going to bring in your traumas and my ancestral traumas and this and that, and I'm going to work through it because I can and because I'm strong. So, anyone listening, you can, you're strong, and you came in and you signed up for this. So no matter how heavy things feel, you take care of you, number one, and you do not let the fear that comes into us, talks to us, the fear within that says, please don't do this, stop, 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 or the fear of watching things on the media that just keep telling us, be scared, be scared, be scared, things are getting crazy, because it's not truthful. The dark energy is just trying to play tricks to stop you from your growth, to stop you from holding your light. And this is the time, I'm very excited about this time, because this 3-eye atlas, this energy is like coming through as a solar flare or some type of energy. I can feel it. It is strengthening us physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So tap into this energy. Also today is the 1010 portal. So we got the October 10th. That's another huge portal that's opening. There's so many things that have happened just today. We just had the equinox, a full moon. There's this big planetary alignment where 3-eye atlas and all these planets and the sun are going to align. This isn't by accident. This is to awaken the second wave of people. And what does that mean? If you're listening to this, you're awake. You would not be listening to this if you were not. Now, we need you to get into your power, because there's this next wave of awakening. And there's going to be a lot of people waking up being very confused, fragile emotionally, not understanding what's going on. We need to hold the light for them and say, listen, I can support you. I can tell you what I know. But ultimately, it's you that needs to do the work. Everyone has to do their own work. This is where it gets challenging. People are like, I'm done doing the work. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do this. In this day and age, it is so important to take at least, at minimum, 15 minutes a day to self-reflect. Create an open space within you. Even if all you feel is emptiness, be okay with the emptiness. It's okay. Connect with nature as much as possible. Go outside, talk to the trees, put your feet on the grass, sit down, look at the sky, talk to the wind, enjoy the sunshine. I know it sounds very basic, but when we're tapping into the universal energy, it flows through us and it brings a lot of calmness to our body. We can feel the pulse of Mother Earth. And I know someone's been telling me that they can feel, it's like a heartbeat of Mother Earth. Another thing that just came to me is, as this energy comes through, this new energy, we might get some, earthquakes, perhaps. Maybe some volcanoes. And there's been a lot of activity. And what that could be is, there's different ways I interpret it. It's Mother Earth releasing her negativity. But it's also the water that needs to come to the surface and be kind of raised up with this new energy. Because as the upgrades to our biology and our consciousness happen, it's also starting in the encoding of the water, and there's these crystalline frequencies. There's a lot of things that are happening that we may not understand. But what I would like you to do is, maybe you don't understand it. There's lots of great guys out there. If you want to, maybe I'll put on the YouTube video a few of the links that I listen to, because there are science guys that are open and kind of have a hint of spirituality in there. And I love the way they're just open and saying, you know what, guys, we're all in this together. Let's grow. There was one guy who said, he's so cute. He said, okay, grown-ups out there, you gotta stop eating the cereal for breakfast and grow up. This spreading fear is like, we're done with that. Because if you spread fear, fear is contagious. spread openness, alignment, compassion, and kindness. That is the way of the future. He's a scientist, so he's getting it. There's a lot of people awakening. So it doesn't matter what you do for a living. It doesn't matter where you are in your life. We all are spiritual beings. So we can be spiritual. We can teach others to go within, to reconnect with themselves, and not to be scared of what we don't understand. All right, so I'm just going to look through here because I wanted, before we get into a meditation, because I wanted to make sure that, because this is my feeling, and I could be wrong, but 3i Atlas has not hit mainstream yet. It's not on the news yet. The big news thing. It's on YouTube everywhere if you look for it. NASA has shut down with all of the US stuff. They just shut down. So they're not giving us new pictures of this thing, which makes no sense. It's one of the coolest things happening right there, and we're not getting any pictures. But there is pictures coming in from places in Europe. Some scientists are sending them out. So when this hits mainstream, because it's something that is in our sky, that's not going to be something they can hide, then the fear will come in. They may, I'm not saying that for sure, maybe we'll get into a better timeline where they don't, but they may say, guys, this doesn't look good. And it's going to remind us of those scary movies of the earth imploding, which is not going to happen. Imagine the earth being weaved with a new frequency of love, a higher frequency of love, one that we all deserve. That's what's happening. We may not know that how, the when, the why, the if, the this, all that, but we don't have to. If we hang on to 3i Atlas, all this energy that's been coming at us, if we start to see ETs, or your abilities start to show beyond the veil and you start to see spirits, things that you've never seen before, you don't have to go to that scary place. Go to that place of curiosity and somewhat excitement. And what can I learn about myself? Oh my gosh, I'm becoming psychic now. I know, I feel that person now. I'm feeling them, like I know what they're thinking. Because we're evolving. We'll be moving into telepathy. We're sharing the same wavelength, and we can all express and feel the same. We're in really cool times. We're evolving. And the old drama and the old silliness and the old complaining and the old negativity, that's just a thing of the past. So let's move into the new with confidence, with love for ourselves, love for our neighbors. And no, we're all one. Doesn't matter what we look like, what our religion is, where we live, our financial status. Who cares? We are all one. We're all part of the one. We're all part of God's creation. So let's tap into that magnificence. And the more of us that come together in communities, whether it's online or, I know some people I just want to be alone. But when you're out in public, smile, hold the light. And people might look at you and think you're crazy. Who cares? Be crazy. Be you. Because now is the time to know thyself. Really know who you are. And if the people around you don't like the new you, the real you, who cares? I love that. Who cares? I'm learning not to care. A lot of people will say, Brenda, man, you're so out there that you don't care. And I go, no, I can even be stranger than this. A lot stranger. But I think I do care, and I kind of tone it down. But every day, in every way, I'm changing. And I'm talking more, being more who I am, and allowing that knowing within me to shine. Because it's the knowing that we're all going to get through this in the way we're meant to get through this. And it can be easier if you go with the flow instead of fighting it. This energy here is to help humanity. It is to help you. Allow it to help you. Don't fight it. No more fear. Just let it go. All right. With that being said, everyone, I'm going to drink some water. I'm very thirsty, and I suddenly got very cold. I get hot flashes and cold flashes. And we will go into a meditation. And the meditation today will bring us into a calmness, into more clarity. It will allow this beautiful portal energy, the three-eye atlas, these beings of light that are sending us constant upgrades and love. And we'll get into a place where we allow it and let the old go and bring in the new. All right. If anyone has any questions, feel free to put them in there. And I'm just going to drink some water, get everything ready, and we'll start the meditation. I'm curious, has anyone here not heard of Three-Eye Atlas before this? I'm going to write it in there. Because it took me a while when I was first like, what is this thing they're talking about? At first, to be honest, when I first heard about Three-Eye Atlas, I thought it was an AI lie. There's a lot of that on the internet, right? So I was thinking, well, maybe this is like something they're just making up with AI. So I was monitoring it. I was meditating on it. I was talking to people about it. And then I realized, no, this is the reason the mainstream's not bringing it in is because they just don't want us to know for whatever reason. Because I believe if you start to realize what this is huge. It is so exciting. It's like, bring it on. This is what we've been waiting for. This extra help from a magnificent being that's here to support and restore balance to us. It's bringing us back to our natural intelligence, our intuition, our higher consciousness. It's bringing us back to our birthright. And maybe this beautiful Three-Eye Atlas was something, hey guys, we got to call in the bigwigs because these earthlings are messed up and things have gone awry. We need some balance given here. Maybe he didn't have to go this way. But whatever this represents, I know it represents love. And it's bringing us back home. So, with that being said, I have a quiet crowd here. Not to worry. We're going to go into the meditation. And if you have any questions, or if I somehow lifted any fear, let me know, because of course this is not the intent. The intent is say, hey, something's there. I think it's going to come into the main media, but it's all good. It's all good. But it might cause something. So then what you can do if you do have fear coming up, just say, why am I feeling this fear? Is it logical to feel this fear? Is it benefiting me to feel the fear? And if you can say, no, it's not logical, you're going to let that fear go. Another tip that I use, and this helped me for many, many years, is when I had a negative thought or a fearful thought, I would ask Archangel Michael with his sword of justice to come in and zap it. And if I caught it early enough, I just would feel this peace come over me. And I remember a long time ago I was in a class learning tarot cards, and the lady says to the class that you're not allowed to ask for Archangel Michael's help, or any help for that matter, because your problems are nothing compared to what's happening in the world. And I'm just like looking at this woman, knowing she was not correct in her perception, but I didn't want to put her in her place in front of everyone. So I just knew for myself that no matter what's going on in your life, if it's important to you, it's important to you. It's all relative. And these beings of light are here to support us. So ask for the support and they'll give it to you. And there's someone here who says they have some fear coming up. So is the fear coming up? Is this your first time, just curious, learning about Three-Eye Atlas? Is the fear about the unknown of what's coming up? Or is it other fears that are coming up? I'm curious if you don't mind writing. And you can send it to me privately if you want. I'll just read it as unknown and seeing things possibly. Okay. As our, our consciousness increases, one thing that I've noticed with becoming more higher conscious, you see more darkness. And once you see it, you can't go back. So it kind of like, okay, wait a second. I'm a spiritual person. I'm doing the work. Why am I seeing more darkness now? Because you're really seeing things for what they are. You no longer have that mask or that filter on. But the neat thing is, with that higher consciousness, you're also getting a more empowerment. Because now you understand it is I that has the choice to call in the darkness or say, no, I know you're there. I know it's there. I choose not to tangle with you anymore. I choose the light. Thank you. Now, sometimes during my journey, darkness seeped into my life and took me down. We tangled a bit and I came out of it saying, whoa, don't want to go through that again. It was part of my learning. But what I realize now is we are pure love. And the frequency of love is the most powerful energy. So when you bring love and alignment and connection to anything you're going through, it will illuminate the illusion. And you can slip out of the fear easier. Now, for some, seeing something unknown, like perhaps in the sky, this big comet-looking thing in the sky, can also elect a bit of fear of memory, because many of us may have been on Earth at the time of Atlantis, where it was kind of destroyed by comets. So we actually, as humans, have a bit of fear of comets because they can do so much destruction. And that comes from our ancestors down our lines. It's a memory in our etheric field. So if that fear comes up, like, okay, we don't know what this thing's going to do. They're saying it could plow into Earth and we be in big trouble. But then tap into that divine part of you. We're in the ascension process. We are in a really neat time. And I know 100% we can't nuke Earth, like even with these wars going on. They won't allow it. And who won't allow it? These beautiful ETs and spiritual beings will not allow us to destroy Earth because it's not for humans to destroy. If they were to destroy it, it could ripple into different dimensions that have no business being bothered. So we don't have the ability nor the right to destroy Mother Earth. All right? So that will not happen. Right now, I 100% know Mother Earth is going to move and ascend to her rightful place. That's going to happen. The key here, and I think the message that I like to get through, is that it's the humans, the souls, that are at stake here. Mother Earth is going up. The dark energy on this planet wants to take as many souls with it to play with longer. They play with us long enough. I'm bored of it. I'm done with it. But the light within us, the light on this planet, the light in the universe saying, come back home, come back home. Come live on this new earth where love and joy and happiness and all that stuff will be yours. But there's a progress. We have to move through it, move gently, and we keep moving up and up to it. We're moving with Mother Earth. Where do you want to be? Do you want to be on that side, get pulled down, or do you want to continue working on yourself? The beautiful thing is this is a free will choice. Every human out there has to make that choice. So let go of the fear and bring in the light. Now that's easier said than done because I'm kind of on the other side. There's still some fear, But it comes in waves and I can get rid of it right away. But I was once very fearful. I remember being in my house with energies around and I could feel the fearfulness because it's that lower energy. And when that comes in, breathe deeply. Ask Archangel Michael to come in and dissolve the darkness. Ask to break any connections you have to the fear, any karma or karmic loops. Ask to cut any cords to the darkness. And if you want, I have a very powerful affirmation that I still say, not so much nowadays, but I used to say almost every day. And I don't think it was needed to say every day. I think once you make that oath and that vow and that agreement that I'm going to the world of light, it's done. But it used to help me sleep better when I would read it as a prayer, saying, I say yes to the family of light. I cut the ties to the darkness. But then it's our own darkness, our own fears, our own traumas that need to heal, which can make us feel scared, angry, frustrated, in despair. Those are aspects of our traumas that are in our field that need to heal. Be fearless as much as you can. Do the work. And what you'll notice is as the fear comes up, it's coming up for a reason, to show you it's there and to help you bring it to the surface to heal. So I get it, and you're not alone. There's a lot of people in a lot of fear. Just keep chipping away at it. Know you're connected. Know you're loved, and ask for the support. We cannot be given more support than we already have. What we lack is the asking for it and then allowing it through. So the more you release, the more you bring in light. The more your light quotient goes up. The more your vibration and increase in your vibration go up. Your connection goes up. And then how do you hear your soul, that reconnection with your soul? You know, some people want to hear it in words. It doesn't always happen in words. You might hear it in passion, in excitement, in the next best thing. Follow those passions. This is an actionable world. Now, the old Brenda used to sit there and meditate for 3 hours. I loved it. I escaped that way. It was the best place to be in meditation, where I was in galaxies and surrounded by God's love and learning. It was the best. But what I realized is that was just escaping, because this is an actionable world. What you learn, you have to then take action on it. So for any of you who's going through that, take what you learn and put it into action. Maybe it's writing a blog. Maybe it's making a YouTube video. Maybe it's holding a group, a meditation group. I don't know. It could be an art class for a bunch of people. It could be going on nature walks with groups of people. It could be going to the lake and cleaning up some garbage. Whatever you're called to do, do the action, because that will get you to the next step and the next step and the next step. All right? So it's okay to have fear, but at least now you're in the know. So if you start to hear some fearful things on the media, they're not true. Humanity's going to make it. And the ones that hold themselves accountable, the ones that are doing the work, the ones that are open to see their faults and know they can do better, the ones that can learn to forgive themselves and others and let go of judgment, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. It's like that. You know, it's this roller coaster ride. Okay. Anyone else? We're all good? All right. So I didn't think this was going to go over this much, but you know me. When I get into something and I like to talk about it, I can talk all day. So we are going to get into the meditation now. It's only going to be 15-20 minutes because we're going to definitely end this by 9:30. And then it will go into YouTube. Might not go into YouTube right away, but we'll get it on there by tomorrow. And you can listen to it again and see those parts that made you a little bit uncomfortable, go look at Three Eye Atlas, see, what it's all about. I'll put in some links of some of the scientist guys I like to follow that I find are very level-headed and curious and not scary at all, I don't believe. Some of the questions they get from people are fear-based, but he's really cool at saying, hey, you know what? I don't think so. That's not what I feel. And my knowing is not even a feeling, it's a knowing, this is a very exciting time. So I can't wait to see it. And if it comes, it might just, here, this is the other thing. It's taking a trajectory that no one really understands, but it may just disappear into another dimension once it's done what it needs to do with us in a very positive way. So that's what I'm thinking. Or it can just, because it's conscious, it can just go off another path once it's done. Right now it's delivering that payload of high frequency that we need to support us. So it's not a threat, it's not an invasion, it is a gift to all of us. So let's embrace it. All right. Music is coming on. Okay, where's my music? Okay, here we go. I'm going to share my screen. Well, not my screen, just for music. It's playing. I'll play this one. Okay, so I'm just going to ask if you can hear my voice and the music. And if the music's too loud, let me know. I'll bring down the volume. Okay. It's all right? It's good? Oh, I just moved it. Sorry. Now let me know if it's good. I'm extremely thirsty. Okay, now that I'm talking, is the balance okay? I'm actually getting a raspy voice right now. I've been talking all day today. Yes, it's good? Okay, thank you. Okay, hopefully everyone's... Sorry that I yelled. Hopefully everyone's feeling a calmness in their heart. And for those, I'm glad we spoke about this, because if it brought up some fear, we're going to melt that away. All right? And we're going to bring you back into balance. And back into knowing just how magical you are and how wonderful you are and how powerful you are. It's time to remember. It's time to remember. I'm going to start off with a simple exercise that I've been doing with a lot of people nowadays, because it's a simple process that you can easily remember. And it's so powerful. So I'm just going to sit here for a sec. Okay. First, I would like you to breathe. I want your back, if you're sitting down, keep your back straight, keep your legs straight. But if you're in the lotus position, that's okay. If you're laying down, just leave your body uncrossed so that beautiful flow of energy can happen. I would like you to take a deep breath. And then exhale. As you're exhaling, just let all the tension and worry just melt away. And then take another deep breath. And have that energy move to where it needs to in your body. And then exhale again. And then this time, we're going to take a deep breath. Or allow it to be a deep breath. Just allow it. But I want you to keep holding it. So allow the deep breath and hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it for as long as you can. And then when you release it in your mind, or out loud, say, I am, and then exhale. So, I am. Holding the breath, saying I am, is a beautiful reset to point zero. It resets you. It resets your nervous system, brings you back into focus. It's very powerful. And I've been using this whenever I'm feeling like, I'm feeling people's energies and it's bothering me. I take a deep breath. I am. It creates a void, a knowingness, a reconnection. So you can use this at any time. Teach it to your family. And some people will say, well, I don't want to say I am. Don't force them, but ask them to hold their breath for as long as they can and release. So now you're in this nice, relaxed state. And I would really like for any of those fears that you may have felt during this talk, or during the last week or the last 2 weeks, or maybe in the last year, have those fears come to the surface right now. And be okay with them coming to the surface. And you're okay with them coming to the surface because you are surrounded by so many beings of light right now. And they have you in this octahedron of love. They're working with your higher self to hold the light for you. So as old memories, fears come to the surface, we're going to acknowledge them. And we're going to allow these beings of light to transmute them and dissolve them and release them from your field. There's nothing you really need to do. Just breathe deeply. You can say, I'm allowing the healing. I'm giving permission for this healing. I don't have to understand it. These multi-dimensional beings, we can call them angels, whatever makes you feel good. They're pure love and they love you so much and they know where you've been, they know where you are, and they know where you're going. They know what keeps you up at night. They know your worries. And they love you so much, they're releasing the worries, they're releasing the anxiety. They're releasing the old traumas and experiences that no longer serve you. Bringing you into a more balanced state, one of knowing. There's a balancing of your chakras and any negative energy releasing. They're now moving in the right direction. Each one is getting exactly what they need. Your meridian systems are unknotting. You're being grounded to Mother Earth. She loves you so much. You have this beautiful energy from the heavens. Your auric field and biofield are being cleared away of any interference. There's so much happening here today. And a peacefulness, a calmness is moving through your nervous system. And with every breath you take, you're feeling more connected. With every breath you take, every cell of your body is being surrounded by the love of God. This pure, loving intelligence that is doing whatever you need at this time because you are so loved. You're back in your power. You're remembering who you are. You're allowing the beautiful universal energies the three-eye atlas, the portal energies, the new moon energies, the equinox energies, the planetary alignment energies, Mother Earth's energies, all weaving, doing what they do best. We don't have to understand how, what, why. We just need to go into a state of allowance. I'm ready to feel peace. I'm ready to let go of the stress. I'm allowing this energy to guide me to my next best step. I'm letting go of the control. I'm quieting the physical mind. And I'm allowing my divine mind to lead the way. It is that heart intelligence, that knowing deep within me that everything's going to be okay. I'm going to live in present moment. I'm going to spend quality time with my friends and families. I'm really going to be there. I'm going to take the actions that come my way through passion and excitement. I'm going to act on them. That's how my divine mind's talking to me, through passion. A call to be who I really am. To shine brighter than ever. Doesn't that make you smile? You feel a smile from within. You're coming home back to you. Taking a few moments here as these energies all align. There's a balancing of your energy fields. There's a removal and release of anything that no longer serves you. You don't have to remember what it was. Just let it go, let it go. And imagine this master light weaving through your essence, giving you exactly what you need. This is a beautiful reboot. You can do it any time of the day. Fears just melt away, worries melting away, anxiety releasing, a calmness through your nervous system, allowing those deep breaths, feeling that peace within, knowing that healing is happening at the emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual level. You're feeling more clear. You are feeling calmness. That clarity is coming back. That creativity is coming back. Your blood pressure is calming down, becoming more regular. Your heart rate is becoming more in control. Your breathing is relaxing. Your immune system is working at a very high capacity now. There's nothing in its way. You're healing. You're lightening up. Your eyes have a sparkle again. You're seeing with more clarity and color. You're excited for the future. And you know whatever comes your way, you can handle it. Because you are supported in love. You are never alone. And you're learning to ask more and more each day. You're allowing the love that's there for you and everyone else into your being. I am loved. I am loving. I am compassionate. I am healthy. I'm sleeping better. I'm calm. I have inner peace. I'm remembering who I am. And I'm reconnecting with my divine mind. And I'm anchoring in this connection into every cell of my body with a deep knowingness that I matter. I'm a piece of creation. And my perception is broadening. I'm seeing things for what they really are. And I'm excited for all that is to come. And we're going to start anchoring this peace into every cell of your body, into your essence. In a real beautiful way to anchor in this feeling right now of balance and peace is to choose a part of your body. I want you to tap on it, whether it's on your chest, the top of your head, your forehead, wherever it is on your body. I want you to tap gently. I want you to ingrain and imprint this peaceful feeling. I am safe. I am at peace. I am supported. We're imprinting this feeling. We're imprinting this higher vibration. I am safe. I am at peace. I am healthy. I am supported. You can stop whenever you feel the connection has been made with the tapping of your body and that feeling of peace. With a knowing that you can tap into that feeling just by remembering the place and tapping it again. I'm remembering this peaceful feeling. And then the peacefulness, the reconnection, and the knowing that all is okay will come right back strongly, because you are supported, because you are loved. Anchoring another deep breath in. We're going to give these beautiful beings of light that are supporting us, those that are seen and unseen, known and unknown, new to us. They are all part of the one, and they are here to help guide us and love us. Allow the light in. Allow the love in. And be the best version of yourself. And so it is. And so it is. Whenever you feel ready, you can come back in a state of peacefulness and knowing and love. I thank you all for joining me. I thank you all for being those great beings you are, holding the light for those who can't. And it is our intention and it is our knowing that as we heal, Mother Earth heals. And as she heals, we heal. And today, we send out a beautiful, peaceful blessing to humanity, to Mother Earth, to the water on this planet, and the air molecules, the plants and the animals and the marine life. We are all one. We're sending the love out to the universe, to the beings of light that are supporting us, to the consciousness we might not understand but know are there. And for all the love that we are receiving from the 3-eye atlas, from the portal energies, the new moons, the equinox, and so much more. We are grateful. May this love continue to penetrate our essence, Mother Earth and the galaxies, the multiverse and beyond. Thank you, and thank you.